Hey guys, it's Becky Bamboo. Today is Wednesday, May, what is it, 9th, I think, 2012. This is week 22 pregnancy for me, and I don't know what post-op RNY week I am. Lost track a long time ago. So weight this week hasn't really changed from last week, so so far during pregnancy I'm up about 19 pounds, so nothing too bad. So I'm over halfway done, which is good. Kind of excited to be done. I'm ready to meet my little guy, and I'm ready to just move forward with my life and get my body back and be able to, you know, run and have energy and all that good stuff. So week 22 has been much better for me than the previous couple weeks. I was pretty sick for a while, so I'm feeling better now, which is really nice. Energy wise, definitely have a lot more energy now than I did early in my pregnancy. I think I'm just working a lot, so that makes it really hard to say that I have a lot of energy, because by the end of the work day I'm like whipped. Of course, I spend all day on my feet. I do not sit down except for like my breaks. And I work anywhere from 10-hour days to 14-hour days. So yeah, I worked Monday and Tuesday. I worked 14 hours Monday and 10 hours on Tuesday. So between those 24 hours of work in 2 days, I was pretty well whipped last night. But today, feel a lot better. I've definitely been having some swelling in my feet and ankles at the end of the work day. So I come home and I gotta put them up because they just hurt by the time I'm done. All in all, I would say I'm feeling pretty good though. I keep getting a request for, show us the baby bump, show us the baby bump. Okay, you guys, I'm going to show you the baby bump, even though there's not much of a baby bump to even show. I am halfway through. A lot of people at this point in their pregnancy look like they're pregnant, and unfortunately I just look fat. So here we go. Let's see if I can do this. So this is me, week 22. That's all the bump there is, guys. I put on weight like all through here. Like this is where all of my weight has gone. You can see my legs are still very muscular, and my arms are, they're not as muscular. I've lost some muscle tone in them, but size-wise they haven't changed at all. So basically my 19 pounds has just kind of made a donut all the way around my midsection. That's the easiest way to describe it. But there's the baby bump. Everybody's been asking, let's see the bump, let's see the bump. There's not much there to show. He's sitting low. This is about where I feel my kicks. My navel is here, and I feel the kicks just right around my navel, a little bit below. They're slowly moving upward, but, you know, it is what it is. So that's the baby bump. There's just not much to it, and unfortunately, I really am like kind of jealous of people who have the cute little bumps. I really wish I had one. You know, it's getting there slowly but surely, and I'm sure at some point during pregnancy I'm going to go, why did I want this? But I did go to a baby fair on Sunday, and I had kind of an uncomfortable thing happen, which was I went to one of the formula booths. I'm not breastfeeding, I'm going to bottle feed. It's just not conducive for me to even try to breastfeed with my job when I go back to work. We don't have a place for me to do it, and I don't have time in my day to take a break and go breastfeed because I'm the only nurse in the building. So I'm just not even going to go there. Not to mention, I honestly just don't have much of an interest personally in breastfeeding. So, trying to keep an eye out. My mama's coming today. So, anyway, I went to one of the formula tables at this baby fair, and the lady looks at me, and she looks down at my belly, and then she looks back at me, and she's like, are you expecting? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, you don't look pregnant. I wasn't going to let you sign up. All these tables have giveaways, like big giveaways. She's like, I wasn't going to let you register. And I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah, I'm pregnant. She's like, well, you must have just found out you were pregnant then, huh? And I'm like, no, actually, I'm 22 weeks along. I'm over halfway done with my pregnancy. And my doctor happened to be at this fair. He has a table there. And I'm like, my doctor's right over there if you want to go talk to him. And she's like, really? You're really 22 weeks? I'm like, yes, I am. And she's just, like, she kept looking at my belly, and she's like, you are so tiny. You're like the tiniest 22-week person I've ever seen. And I'm like, okay. And she was making like this big production of it, and I didn't quite know if I was like offended by it or if I was like excited by it, you know? Like, I don't want to be huge, but I would like for people to know that there's a baby on board too, you know? So I had a really like a mixed feeling, and my husband was like very put off. He's like, that's just really weird. Like, I don't understand why she would question that. I'm like, I don't either. Like, even if I did just find out I was pregnant, I'm still pregnant, so why would you not let me register to win? I don't know. So I was like, well, that kind of really turned me off from using their brand of formula, and they happen to be the most expensive formula that you can get. So I was like, whatever. You can kind of kiss my ass, you know what I mean? So yeah, I thought it was like, in a way, it was kind of rude, but then at the same time, I'm like kind of happy because I'm like, well, I'm not huge, you know, I haven't put on a lot of weight that people even suspect. I just look a little thick through the midsection, so whatever. One of my patients yesterday also gave me a really good non-scale victory. It's funny, I can still differentiate between baby stuff and non-scale weight loss surgery victories. She was sitting talking, and I was holding her needle sites to help her stop bleeding. I do that every day for her because she's kind of older, and anyway, really sweet lady. She was talking about her belly, and she has like the lower pannus of fat that so many of us have been plagued with during our lifetime. You know, the apron that hangs down in your pelvic area. And she was like, I just want to get this removed so bad. And I was like, oh girl, you and me both, let's go. And she's like, you don't have one of those. And I was like, yeah, I do. And she's like, stand up. I'm like, I can't stand up right now. She's like, I've been watching you for a long time. You do not have that, like, not at all. And I was like, no, seriously, I do. I'm like, it's rather large, in fact. I'm like, but you know, most of it's just skin now because I've lost so much weight. She's like, really? She's like, I don't see you as having ever had a weight problem. And I was like, what? Oh, so I was telling her, you know, just 2 years ago I weighed 424 pounds, and she was like, no way, like totally like blew her mind, kind of. She couldn't get over it. So we were talking about it, and she's like, well, I just want you to know that, like, you hide that really well. Like, I never knew you had that. And that on my body is the one thing that is, I'm the most self-conscious about, that I've always been the most self-conscious about. So to have someone from the outside who did not know me prior to weight loss surgery say that she never would have guessed that it was there, it made me feel kind of good, you know, like it was kind of a victory in its own right, especially being, you know, 4.5 months pregnant, and it just really made me feel like, okay, see, there's really nothing wrong with me. I'm okay. Like, from the outside, I'm okay. I may not look perfect underneath all my clothes, but when people look at me from the outside, they don't see all these little imperfections that I do. So it kind of made me feel good. So yeah, that's kind of a good non-scale victory, and she just went on and on and on for a long time. She just could not get over the fact that I was so heavy. I actually had to show her pictures to prove it to her. She didn't believe me to that extent. And that's kind of fun. I mean, it's kind of fun to go back to 2 years ago and think back and go, I've come a really long way. You know, I lost 237 pounds. I started running. I was very active. I'm still very active. I just don't work out to the extent I did, obviously, because I'm pregnant. You know, but I got healthy. Now I'm going to have a baby. My life is going in a completely different direction than I ever dreamt it would. And I know I'm okay. I know that I have control over this. I have control over my life. I have control over food. I can manage this. And so to kind of think back to where I was 2 years ago is kind of just a crazy little ride to go on, and how sad I was, and how depressed, and how I would have given anything to just die. And here I am getting ready to become a mom, and I just feel so blessed that, I've been touched by weight loss surgery, first of all. You know, that was the most important thing, but all of you contributed so much to the journey, and I feel so thankful every day, every time I do a video. I'm so thankful for the people who still watch me, who still take an interest in what's going on in my life, and who do, you guys, everybody in this community just cares about everybody. You just care about that everybody's maintaining their weight loss and doing what you need to do and staying empowered and finding a way to make it work. And that's what I just love. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm just, it's been kind of an emotional week. So to all of you going to Vegas, I just want to wish you a safe trip. Have so much fun. I will be thinking of all of you. I wish I could be there. It was my goal last year to make it there this year, and I did not do it. Life happens, baby comes, priorities change. It happens. So I will be thinking of all of you, and hopefully next year I can get there. There's so many of you I want to hug and talk to and see in person and connect with, and I'm so jealous of all of you that are going, but I wish you all safe travels, and can't wait to hear about it when you get back. So until next time, you guys take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.